What is up guys? Before the video starts, I'd like to just apologize for the poor sound quality. Unfortunately, it was a windy day and there wasn't much space to film elsewhere. But the camera is able to pick up most of the sounds of the opening and most of the commentary, so I hope you guys enjoy and thank you for watching. What's up guys? Welcome to the Cardfight Casual channel, and today I'm actually helping my friend open his carton. So he's actually opened some of it already, but we've got 3 boxes to open today. So actually, 1 pack is open from this already, but inside, was there anything inside? Nothing. Okay. So they don't even show anymore. There's 1 marker. It's very windy here, but there's 1 marker inside each of this. It looks like this one is protective, which is DI, Dark Irregulars. So yeah, just gonna open up the rest of this box and see what we get. Hopefully, you can pull the SDR pack from my friend. Bermuda Triangle anime. So this set has 5 clans: Link Joker, Dark Irregulars, Pale Moon, Murakumo, and Shadow Paladin. Thanks. So just slowly go through. Wind is very strong. Just go through all the cards and get a good look. Some Shadow Paladin cards, Murakumo card, pretty good. And for the first card, it's the Jukatsu Girl for Shiraki build. I think for the first box we'll go through the rares also, just take a brief look at it. Then for the next 2 boxes we'll speed through it. So this is the Grade 2 Vanilla, the new ones for all the XL clans. And for the first triple R, there's Sword Shell Dragon for Link Joker. A pretty good card. His skill is Counterblast 1, and you can bind one of your opponent's rear guards. And his second skill is that you can also Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast a Grade 3, and for that turn your opponent cannot call any of the cards with the same name as those cards that were bound altogether previously. So this is some Link Joker card. What's the skill? I'm not sure about the skill, but when it attacks, if the attack hits, you can Soul Blast 1 to, I think, bind one of your opponent's rear guards, probably. Yeah. And the first double R of the set is, of this box, is one of the Deletors for Link Joker. And the skill is, it can revive itself when the other partner double R Link Joker card is called. You can Counterblast 1 from the drop zone and revive itself. And when his attack hits also, if you have the other noisy motorcycle, when the Deletor is on the rearguard circle as well, you can Counterblast 1 to bind one of your opponent's rearguards. Yeah, man. This is oh shit. Oh, this is Elro. Okay. Yeah, it's Elro. Such a great idea to film. Okay, move a bit faster. Okay, we got Shirayuki from this pack. Pretty good card. I'm gonna build a deck around this, so you can expect to see this this card, the deck review, coming up soon. Some, I think this is Dark Irregular cards. You have the starter for Link Joker here as well. And a Shadow Paladin card, which I think gets plus 3000 power if you have more rearguards than your opponent. And we get Bile, it's a card from Dark Irregulars. Pretty good option for a budget deck if you're looking for that. This is one of the Workeroid cards for Pale Moon. Pretty interesting playstyle. And for the VR for this box, or one of the VRs, is the King of Mars Planetarian for DI. So pretty good card. His skill is that when you are going to guard with for his skill, you can actually call Grade 2s from Soul to guard, which works really well with Dark Soul Conductor, which adds another 10,000 power if you have 10 or more cards in Soul and in damage. So yeah, and his second skill is that when you have a Grade 2, you can send a Grade 2, whenever you send a Grade 2 or more into Soul, it also gives 3 units on field plus 5,000 power. And the second skill there is when something got Soul Charge to it.
opponent unit retired.
Oh yeah, when your opponent's unit is retired, you get to soul charge too as well. So that's one of the VRs. Maybe you can get a second VR. There's 2 VRs at this chance, right?
Yeah.
So some more Murakumo commons. This is a Guru Bao, kind of a callback to the old cards. The Chimera playstyle for Pale Moon. And we have the other double R for Murakumo. We have Midnight Crow. So this is another reprint or a remake of the old series of cards, where if you call him, you can call him from hand, you can counterblast 1 and soul blast 1 to call another card onto the field, a copy of another card. This is a pretty good single rare for Dark Irregulars. It's one of the Succubus, which allows you to counterblast 1, I think send her the soul, and check the top cards, 7 cards from the top of the deck, and then get 2 grade 3s if you can find them, and add them to your hand. And we get the PG for Link Joker, so pretty good pool there. Some Dark Irregular cards which help to soul charge. Or this one allows you to, if you have 10 or more cards in soul, I think it counterblast 1 to do something. Countercharge 1. Another Link Joker Deletor card, and just more rares. I think this is actually a Shadow Paladin card, allows you to call, like when you call her to Guardian Circle, you can soul blast 1 and move another card from your rear guard to Guardian Circle as well. Here is a card that works really well with King of Mars Deletor. His skill is that you can, when he's called to the Guardian Circle, it's the one I mentioned just now, he gets plus 10,000 shield if you have 10 or more cards total in the drop zone and, in your soul and the damage zone. And here is the grade 1 triple R for Link Joker, which allows you to call a card off the top of your deck for Soul Blast 1. You look at the top 3, is it?
Yeah.
Look at top 3 and then Soul Blast 1 and call 1. Yep. And going down to the last 6 packs of the deck out of the box. Kind of go through these a bit faster. Here's Rainy Madam, Stealth Demon Rainy Madam. It's a pretty good card for Cherokee build decks. So the skill is that when any of your units attacks does not hit, you can actually send her the soul and get 1 Cherokee back from the drop zone. Which is really good if you want to use Cherokee maybe twice that turn and your main Vanguard Cherokee didn't, her attack actually did hit, so you can't use the skill. This is a good way to fill up the soul and to get her in your hand as well. And of course they reprinted the Shadow Paladin triggers from the trial deck into the set so that you can actually build a deck straight from this. Straight from this down. Yep. But you can always buy the Luster Dark singles. So a really good card for Murakumo that helps to call or search for Arresters from the deck. Which is pretty useful because Zengeki can't call Arresters from the deck once he rides the Zengeki. This is, don't know what this does. And we get Apocalypse Bat. So this is one of the last revealed Shadow Paladin cards, which when you ride him on Vanguard, you can call a card from Soul to Rearguard. So you can basically call the grade 0 that you wrote on. And at the same time, if you call him to Rearguard, you can call another Apocalypse Bat onto the field, which just gives you more stuff to retire for Gas Blaster Dragon or Phantom Blaster Dragon's effect. This is actually a really good card for Murakumo. I think this is being overlooked. Whenever another unit that is on an additional rearguard circle, that means one of the XL circles, is done attacking. If the attack did not hit, I think, you can counterblast 1 and switch this position with that card. So this is basically another free attack, which is really good for rushing down your opponent. And wow, this box actually has 2 VRs. So this is Gas Blaster Dragon, one of the most important cards for Shadow Paladin this set. This is the VR. So its effect is counterblast 1, you retire 2 of your rearguards on attack, and your opponent retires 1 of their rearguards, you draw 1 card and he gets plus 10,000 power. And his second skill is actually a really good boost to this card, so that whenever a rearguard is retired, he gets plus 1 crit, and this is retired by anything, whether it's its own effect, whether it's from Gas Blaster Dragon's effect or just calling over, it will get that free crit, which is really good for actually denying damage from your opponent, because they won't be able to take the damage if they are on 3 and then they have 2 critical, they have to block this attack. So it's a pretty good card to block it.
Still dies to protect.
Still dies to protect, but waste your opponent's protectives more often. So the starter for Shadow Paladin, some commons. And this is the last foil of this box is I can't remember that. I think it's something of quantum mechanics, and his skill is that when you rest him and retire 2 of your rear guards, you get to soul charge 2 and draw 1. So I think it's a pretty good card, because I think one thing that Pale Moon probably will be lacking is a lot of soul charge, especially with the new, what they call, end of stage Salute Gun Dragon, something like that. Yep, that's right. And one of the, there's a Shadow Paladin Double R, that Dark Metal Dragon, that allows you to counterblast 1 and retire 1 unit, is it? Can't remember what it is, but it allows you to call basically Dark Side Trumpeter to the field, and then Dark Side Trumpeter can also call a 5k to the field. So it's pretty good for flooding, and it works only on the rear guard, which makes it kind of useless on the Vanguard, even though it has the force marker there. But it's not too bad if you're planning to run a deck that focuses on superior calling. And last pack for the box, another Dark Soul Conductor, and just nothing much, just another Workeroid for Pale Moon. Alright, so we got 2 more boxes, and we're going to speed through these a little bit faster. We'll just skip right to the last 2 cards, which will have the double rare, triple rare, VR, SVR, or anything else that might be interesting. Unless, of course, we get the SDR pack. Alright. We got the Succubus. So I'll actually go through the skills here. So her skill is that when she attacks, you can send her to soul and retire 1 of your opponent's rear guards, which is really good because then Deletor will also be able to soul charge 2. And at the same time, you can counterblast her from soul and she adds herself back to her hand. Another King of Mars Deletor to go along with that Succubus. And Soul Conductor again to go along with the Deletor as well. Oh wow, we actually get the SVR. I mean, actually we knew it was going to come, but SVR for Pale Moon. So this is end of stage Gun Salute Dragon, that's his name. And his effect is, once a turn you can, when she attacks, you can send all the, or when the battle ends, you can send all the cards from the soul. If her soul is 0, you can send all the cards from the field and 2 cards from your hand to the soul and stand her again. And the second skill is actually a on-ride. If you run on top of another grade 3, you do get to soul blast everything in your soul, and she gets plus 5,000 power, and she will be able to, your opponent cannot guard with sentinels. So very simple guard restrict, but not a bad playstyle for Pale Moon. It's different from the Golden Beast Tamer playstyle for sure. So maybe works with, what's her name? Artilleryman, a bit better. And we have Master of the 5th Element, or 5 elements I think. And so his skills are when he, after his battle ends, or when he attacks, you can, if you have 15 or more cards in soul, you can discard your entire hand and stand your entire field. So a pretty good finisher as an alternative for Dark Regulars, right? We have 2 more rares. Oops. We have another Dark Metal Dragon for Shadow Paladin. We have, actually this is a really important card for Dark Regulars, because one of the biggest problems was that they didn't have enough fast soul charging. And his skill is that when there are, I think it's when your Vanguard's grade 3, he gets plus 5,000 on the rear guard, but more importantly, from the soul, you can counterblast 1, send him to the bottom of your deck, and soul charge 3, which will also help with Dark Irregulars decking out. But more importantly, soul charges 3, especially when you need to get to high levels of high number of soul for your effects to work, especially for Gwyn the Ripper, which wasn't very viable last time because of its slow charging. And then there's Swatched Out Dragon, another copy of him. Another Jiakatsu Girl and Succubus for DI. Another Midnight Crow, Stealth Fey Midnight Crow. Just a couple of rares. And we do get this, I can't remember his name, but for a cost of Counter Blast 2, you get to call another copy of him onto a rearguard circle. And if you have 3 or more copies of him on the field, they get plus 5k if you use the effect. So it's kind of a hefty Counter Blast cost for Murakumo deck, but we'll see if it gets some use in the future. Another one of these. Last 3 packs. Let's see if we can pull anything else out of this box. We do get Fear Swordbreaker Dragon. Swordbreaker Angel, that's right. When you call her into play, if you Counter Blast 1, you get to draw 1 card, and if she was played from hand, and you use the skill, of course, you get plus 5,000 as well. So all these 5k Great Ones is kind of the new playstyle for Shadow Paladins, which works with Skull Witch in the main really well from BT02. And just a couple of rares. And for the last pack for this box, we get another Apocalypse back. We move on to the last box. Alright, so here's the last box for the carton. Still hoping to pull the SDR set, so another pack of markers. Oops. So we're gonna jump straight in. Go. Rares. Another Deletor. This is the other side, who gets 4,000 power if the other Deletor's arrow is there. And his second skill is that for Soul Blast from the drop zone, if the other one is called, then he can revive himself as well. So just a couple of rares. Oops. We get a Morothos Villain, another really good card for the other 2 playstyles for Murakumo, the Mandala Lord and the Shirayuki builds. So his skills that when his attack does not hit on Vanguard or Rearguard, if you have 3 or more Rearguards, you can Counter Blast 1, search your deck for 1 copy of any card on your field and add it to your hand. Really good for getting your Shirayukis or Mandala Lords, and any other card that you need from the field, an extra copy of that can be added to your hand. Another Dark Soul Conductor. More rares. This is Misdirection. So this is a new card for Pale Moon, and it's a really good card that kind of does the job of Nitro Juggler a little bit better. When he's called from hand, when she's called from hand, you can Counter Blast 1, and if you have 1 Great One or less, you can send it to Soul, and then after that you can Soul Charge 2, draw 2, and put this card. Actually, I don't know what the rest of the effect is. From your hand. Soul Charge 1 from hand, I think. Yeah. Another Stealth Fey Midnight Crow. Last 8 packs. Here we go. We get another Pale Moon VR. Pretty good. We get another one of these things. I forgot the name. Just rares. Okay, here we go, last few chances for the SDR pack. Here's another good card for Alex Pale Moon. And the skill is Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1 on place. And then you can call another card to Rearguard. And if she was called, I think she gets plus 3,000 power. Last 4 packs. Another Swords Child Dragon. Oops. Just rares. Last 2 packs. Here we go. Another OR, not OR, but Creeper. Dimension Creeper. And last pack for the set. Unfortunately, no SDR pack, but the last one does have the Link Joker Perfect Guard. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more. As always, thanks for watching. And remember, it's okay to play casual.